We are now back live on YouTube. Do we have Mr. Rogers there? Okay. For the record, this is position 12 on my calendar, State of Georgia versus Sylvester Craig. Mr. Craig is charged in warrant number 2021 CW 54032 with committing the offense of aggravated assault. Mr. Craig is also charged in warrant number 2021 CW 54033 with committing the offense of, and it's not listed. What is 33?
Cruelty to children in the third degree.
Okay. But he's charged with in warrant number 2021 CW 54033 with committing cruelty to children. And you said the second degree?
Third degree, Your Honor.
Third degree. I apologize. Mr. Craig is present. He's being represented by Mr. Javaric Rogers, his attorney. The state is being represented by attorney Cheryl Freeman. Mr. Craig, before we get started, these proceedings are being recorded and they're not privileged nor are they private. So please don't say anything you wouldn't want the whole world to know. You understand that, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Ms. Freeman, you can swear in your witness and present your case.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mason, would you raise your right hand, please? Do you swear and affirm that the testimony about to provide in the matter of Sylvester Craig will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Please tell us your name and how you're employed.
Deputy Michael Masonette, employed with the Fulton County Sheriff's Office.
And Deputy Masonette, where were you employed prior to joining the Fulton County Sheriff's Office?
Clayton County Police Department.
How long were you with the Clayton County Police Department?
4 years.
And how long have you been with the Fulton County Sheriff's Office?
A little over 6 months.
And Deputy Masonette, were you working with the Clayton County Police Department on August 18th of 2021?
Yes.
And on that particular day, did you respond to around East Fayette Road and Riverdale Road?
Yes.
Was that in Clayton County?
Yes.
And on that particular day and at that location, did you have occasion to meet with a Sabdrika Reed?
Yes.
What did Ms. Reed indicate that happened between she and Mr. Sylvester Craig?
She indicated that that they were driving in a Toyota Corolla and they were arguing about some money that Mr. Craig owed her. And she asked Mr. Craig to pull over and park the car at that point, which he did. And then during that argument, she stated that he began to choke and pull her hair out of her head in front of her kids who were in the back seat.
Just so we're clear, Deputy, who was driving the vehicle?
From reading my report, due to the fact she asked Mr. Craig to pull over the vehicle, he was driving.
Okay. When you spoke to Ms. Reed.
Yeah, I'm going to object to him reading the report. It's one thing, if he doesn't recall it, but we can all read. So we don't need him to come to read to us. So I would object to him reading to the report.
Okay, I will sustain the objection. Deputy Masonette, if you have to refer to your report to refresh your recollection, that is totally fine. But just don't read from your report, okay?
Right.
Okay, go ahead.
I understand.
Oh, thank you, Deputy. When you arrived at the location, were you able to observe any injuries to Ms. Reed?
There was a visible injury to her neck area, which sustained with her saying that Mr. Craig was choking her.
Did you have to call for any medical attention or medical treatment?
That I can't recall.
Was Mr. Craig still at that location when you got there?
She advised that he left the location prior to my arrival.
Were Ms. Reed's children still there in the car?
Yes, they were. All the children and the victim were all outside the vehicle, standing waiting for law enforcement to come.
Were the children, were they all young children or teenagers, if you can recall?
Without reading my report, I can't really recall. I do know they were juveniles under the age of 18.
Do you recall if whether or not you you spoke to any of Ms. Reed's children about what they saw?
I did speak to the oldest child about what she observed, and she observed the same thing that her mother stated and wrote down on the witness statement form.
And was that Mr. Craig choked her? Or choked
Yes.
Ms. Reed?
Yes.
I believe you had testified earlier that there was also an allegation that that Mr. Craig pulled some of Ms. Reed's hair out. Were you able to see any, I guess, injury to her head to corroborate that?
Just mind if I read my report just to make sure I said pull her hair out or just pulling her hair?
Okay, if you need to refresh your recollection.
In my report just stated that pulling the victim's hair.
Okay. Deputy, at any point, were you able to get a statement from Mr. Craig about what happened?
No, I wasn't able to get in contact with him. He wasn't on scene.
Did all of this happen in Clayton County?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. I have no further questions.
Mr. Rogers.
Thank you. Officer, as far as you know, is there any sort of video or anything of this incident?
Other of the actual incident taking place itself, no other than my body cam video there after I got there. That's it.
So when you say your body cam, you just mean like the conversations that you were having with the people that you were just testifying about?
Yes. It was my body cam shows after everything took place, after the 911 call.
How many officers responded?
I can't recall that.
Do you recall, were you the only officer?
I can't recall that. It was almost a year ago.
And as far as the conversation that you said, I believe you said you spoke with one of the children and you spoke with Ms. Reed. Is that correct?
Yes.
Which of those two people, who did you speak with first?
I have to, without me looking at my body cam, I can't tell you who I spoke to, but personally, I assume I spoke with the victim first, who I came in contact with.
You said,
but I really can't recall without looking at my body cam video.
That's cool. The reception got a little bit scratchy. I just want to make sure I heard. You said you don't know who you spoke to first, but you think it would have been who?
I believe it was the victim, but I can't be 100% certain on that.
Well, let me ask you this, and again, if you don't recall, I understand. Do you know the two people that you spoke with, are they within earshot of one another when you're speaking to them?
Once again, I can't say how far away they were without looking at my body cam.
And at any point, did you ever ask Ms. Reed if she struck Mr. Craig at any point?
To be honest, I really can't recall if I asked if she did or if she stated that she did. I'm on court Zoom.
No further questions at this time, Your Honor.
Any follow-up?
No, Your
Miss-
Honor, the state rests.
Okay, any witnesses that you're going to present, Mr. Rogers?
No, sir, Your Honor.
Okay, any argument?
And the state waives opening.
Mr. Craig, sir, I see you raise your hand. It is probably not a good idea. Remember, this is being recorded. Okay,
Your Honor, if you could place me in a breakout room with my own mind, seeing if it's something that we need to discuss.
okay, before I do that, do you have any argument, but prior to speaking to him, do you have any argument that you intend to present? And I'm totally, if that changes after speaking to him, I'm fine with that.
Yes, so I do intend to present an argument, but I just want to make sure whatever it is, I'm not sure what he was raising his hand about, so I just kind of want to make sure that it's not